Hopefully you can't hear the aircon, but hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Excuse my hair, she be looking crazy because I thought today I would show you how to curl your hair with a hair straightener, which I used to really struggle with this, and then randomly one day I just picked it up and I was like, wow, this is actually really easy once you get the hang of it. And for some reason my curls last longer when I curl it with a hair straightener rather than a hair curler. So I thought I would share this knowledge on you guys, although there are probably better tutorials out there, but I thought I would just share with you how I do it. And please ignore if my throat is croaky. I am sick at the moment, so I apologize for that in advance. But yeah, so the reason why my hair's looking crazy is because I have showered it. I've had a shower and I've blow dried it. And I usually like to curl my hair after I've blow dried it, which I always used to think that you couldn't curl your hair with clean hair for some reason. But that's actually how I do it and it works. And when you blow dry your hair, definitely have to use mousse and obviously heat protectant, but mainly mousse. Mousse is what helps hold the curls. So that is the first main tip. Put mousse in your hair before you blow dry it, and then that should be good for when you go to curl it. So let's just get into it, shall we? Now, I just divide my hair into two halves. You can section your hair however you want. I personally just do one side and then the other. I have really thick hair, so if I section it, it's usually just like it takes a long time and it's usually just a lot of volume that I don't want. So maybe if you have thin hair, section it horizontally as well into the top and the bottom just to get more volume. But if you have thick hair like me, you can just do it like this, because I'm not a big volume person. Like, I don't like my hair being big except at the roots because my hair is heavy, so it gets quite flat. So what I like to do is I curl each side the same way throughout. So I know some people like to alternate the curls. I personally don't. For some reason, if I alternate the curls in different directions, it just doesn't last as long. I have no idea why. My theory is because the curls all go the same way, when I sleep, it kind of like goes into one big curl, and that somehow helps it hold longer. I don't know. It's really weird, but that's just how I like to do it, but you guys can do it however you want. But yeah, gotta get your hair straighteners. I use the GHD hair straightener. I don't know which one this is. GHD Gold. Had this for a really long time. Love GHD. This is like my favorite hair straightener, and I use a thin hair straightener for curly. Well, yeah, let's turn her on. Wait, that sounded really bad. Let me just move my hair out of the way so you guys can see what I'm doing. So, grab a little strand. This is how big I usually get, and it does take a fair while, but as I said, it lasts a really long time. So it's one big slosh of effort for 4 to 5 days of laziness. Work smarter, not harder, I say. Okay, so what you're gonna do, grab your hair straightener, you get your strand, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna twist away and pull down. Feels a bit awkward to begin with, but this is what I do. So grab, twist away, we only have to twist once, and then we pull down. Okay, that's what we're going to do. So I like to do it this way, with the hair straightener facing down. So that way I can hold the end of my hair with my pointer finger, which looks really complex, but it's really not. And then just pull down. And you end up with this cute little curl. But yeah, and then just don't touch the curl, just let it sit, don't brush it out, don't do anything, don't touch her, just let her be. And then I just throw that to the back. Grab another little strand, and you can make these strands as big or as skinny as you like. It is completely up to you. Experiment with your hair, that's basically it. You just gotta experiment. I know that like whenever I try stuff that I see on TikTok or Instagram, it just doesn't work for my hair. So you just gotta experiment with your own hair. But yeah, so hair straightener facing down. I like to put my arm towards the back of my head so I can get closer to the root when I'm doing the back sections. Clamp, twist once, and then pull diagonally down. And when I get to the end, as you can see there, I just twist it a second time just to make the ends a little bit more curly. And I will say curls usually hold better on dry dead hair like mine, because I dyed my hair blonde. Well, kind of blonde, it's more like a light brown. We are just going to do this throughout pretty much. Okay, now we are up to the last few strands at the front section. So I'll just go through what I was doing again. Grab a little strand, brush it out with your fingers, hair straightener, pointing down, clamp, turn once, pull down, turn again, and pull down the rest of the way. So it's good to go slow and steady so then the heat can actually get through your hair. And the reason why it kind of doesn't go through seamlessly is because of the product I have in my hair. So that is completely normal if you've got product in your hair. Grab a strand, brush it out, clamp, twist outward, pull, twist again. If you can, if it is resisting, just untwist it and pull diagonally down. And you get this cute little curl. Also with this, it really is practice makes perfect. I think it did take me a while to learn how to do this, but I just kept practicing, and when you do learn how to do it, it's like the best thing ever. Because for me personally, for my hair, don't know why, it's just so much quicker and it lasts so much longer. So it is amazing. If you have hair that's difficult to curl, give this a go. And if your hair isn't difficult to curl, well, good for you. No, I'm just kidding. Hopefully this works for you as well. But I remember I would go to the hairdresser and they would always curl it with a hair straightener over a hair curler. And I was like, teach me this magic. Like, what is that? How do you do that? But yeah. Anyway, I have quite a thick front sort of fringy thing, like face framing bits. So I just split that in half. You could probably just do your fringe in one go, but with my fringe I twist once and then I kind of like to pull it up a little bit and then twist it again. Don't know why I do that differently, but yeah. And it's gonna look very curly, but resist the urge to brush it out. Wow, that piece did not want to go. Okay, and this is what it looks like at the moment. And what you're gonna do, hairspray this, right? Leave it, do not brush it out for as long as possible. What I usually do if I have work the next day, I'll do this the night before, and then I'll sleep on it like this, like I won't brush it out or anything, and then I'll brush it out the next morning. And what you do, when you brush it out, if it's just not curly enough for you, or if it's been a few days, just grab random strands and curl them and it looks like you've done your whole head. Like, it's amazing. But yeah, now I'll go on to the other side. You're doing the same thing again, just twisting it in the other direction. Look at the difference in my hair at the moment. Like, who is she? And then who is she? Like, okay, so this is what it looks like at the moment. And as I said before, you're not going to brush it out. You're just going to leave it as long as you can before you go out, or you can sleep on it like this. I've just lightly hairsprayed that, so just over the top, just underneath. And then what I like to do, because I have quite dry ends and I've just used a lot of heat on it, is put the tiniest bit of coconut oil in my hair. So literally the tiniest amount, like the tiniest. I've made that mistake before, literally like that much, maybe a little bit more. I always do this, I'm like maybe a little bit more. And then it just ends up getting oily. So I just pop that in the palm of my hands, rub it in, because this turns to liquid really quickly. And then I just scrunch into my hair. just to re-zhuzh it a bit so it's not as dry, because as I said, I've really abused my hair the past year. She deserves better. So we're gonna oil her, that's the least we can do. But yeah, so just gonna leave it like this, and I'll show you what it looks like when it is somewhat brushed out, or you can just leave it like this for the day if that's what you like, because it's gonna fall out anyway. Hello, it has been a couple days and I thought I'd show you what my hair looks like. It's kind of gone like beach wavy. It was wavy. It has been very windy and wet the past few days, so when I take Bert for walks, my hair has dropped a lot quicker, so I've just zhuzhed it up with some more curls. But yeah, this is kind of what it looks like after a few days when it's dropped and you've added more curls in. So I just thought I'd show you what that looks like. But I hope you guys learned something from this video. Hopefully it was helpful. It probably isn't, but hopefully it is. But yeah, anyway, hope you guys have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, and I'll see you next time. Bye.